This is a Roman shade installation of the widget. And at this point, before you install your widget, you've made your shade by turning up the bottom hem, inserting the hem stiffener, the weight bar, and the hem grip. You've turned up your side hems and attached your ladder tape with a brass ring at the bottom, and then tacking at intervals that are safe for the child safety standards. So in this case, these are placed every 7 inches on this sample. So it's tacked here, here, and here on both sides. The shade has also been attached to our batten, wood batten at the top. And in this case, this is an inside mount, and the fabric's going to wrap all the way around the board. So it's been stapled here. We've inserted screw eyes in this perpendicular orientation to each ladder tape. And there's a light row of staples along the top edge. So at this point, we're ready to install the widget. So in this shade, we're using a 2-cord widget by Centurion RS. This is a mounting hole here, and this is a mounting hole here for the screws. Do not move this pin and this piece of adhesive sticker until the shade is fully strung up, and I'll show you that. So at this point, and we've got our orbs down here for the bottom. So we're going to take our widget, these are the holes that we're using right here. This is a 1x2 board, so the minimum mounting depth is 1.5 inches on a 2 3 cord widget. You want to tighten the screws, but do not over tighten. At this point, we can string the widget to the shade. So you're going to go through the first screw eye, and then I like to go about 3 sections above the first tack. And then you're going to weave the cord in and out of the ladder tape, alternating over, under, over, under. When you get to the end, go through the brass ring, pinch the orb, and thread, being sure that you're going through the correct holes as you pinch the orb. Repeat with the second cord, or the third cord, or fourth cord, going through the screw eye, about 3 weaves ahead of the first tack, and then go every other If you don't have an even number of sections to weave in and out, then just skip 2, go under and come back up. I use my finger to guide the cord up and down. You want to pinch the orb with both your fingers. Pinch it, pull it tight. And make sure you thread it through and go through both sides equally. So this is the way our mounting board is going to look. I can pull a little more slack out of my strings. I don't cut the strings until I know that my shade is working properly and set level. So a lot of times I will just keep all of this cord, and I like to just take it like this, back and forth. And knot it like that so it's just kind of out of the way. Do it with the second one. When you're happy with the tension and the length on the shade, at the very end, you will cut the cord here. You can leave the orb in place, but you're going to want to do a secure knot back to the cord above the brass ring. It's sometimes helpful to keep the orbs in until after installation in case the window is not level. So at this point our widget is on and our shade is strung. So I like to just gently peel back the sticker. This is a pin here that's going to be moved out of the way. Make a note of what hole it's on. If you want to, you can draw a little circle around it. If for some reason you want to remove the widget, you can put this pin back in place, but you're going to want to make sure that the cords are fully extended when you do that. So at this point, we're going to pull the pin, and it's an L-shaped pin, and you're going to hear it start to retract. So just one motion, the pin, that's what the pin looks like. Keep this handy. Put the sticker back down, and at this point, the shade just goes up. So now it's all fully under tension. Hard to show it. Be better. It needs to be dressed at this point and steamed, but you can mount it up. It's just going to use angle brackets, and you're going to be mindful when you mount this with angle brackets, you do not want to interfere with the cord, so you want to make sure that your angle bracket goes in between the mount board and keeps the cords free hanging at all times. You could also use a screw if this was inside mount and just mount up. Outside mount would use an angle bracket. You could put an angle bracket at the ends because you know it's not going to interfere with cords. And then if you need to put something in the center, just make sure that your cords are always accessible and free. So that's how the widget works when it's fully strung up and loaded. And if you're not happy for some reason with the way the widget is working, you'll want to have the shade fully extended to its original length. You can remove the sticker, put the pin back in, and remove the widget to reuse it in a different shade, a different project, whatever you need.